Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to share with you my story of some simple things that I not only took out, but also things that I added in to help my low thyroid, to help my hypothyroid. So just want to hop right into it. So first of all, the things that I got rid of that I focused on early on. First of all, was get rid of PUFAs. Those are polyunsaturated fatty acids or seed oils. These are thyroid and metabolism killers. So corn oil, safflower oil, sunflower oil, canola oil, all those sorts of non-saturated fats. You want to get them out of your diet. They're in processed foods. They're in foods that you wouldn't think are processed, even things like cottage cheese. So you really want to be careful of those. The next thing, I try to get rid of environmental things as much as I could. For some people, that's the fillings that are in their teeth. For women, it might be birth control. For other people, it might be their skincare products. And I'll include a link in the description to the skincare products that my wife uses. I use some of them. They're very just honey and beef tallow, very good for your skin. But things like that that you can get out of your system that you're putting into it just in the environment. Okay. Plastics, those sorts of things. Light toxicity, being under artificial light for 8, 10, 12, 16 hours a day is not good. It's very, very unhealthy for your thyroid. I'll talk about what we should be doing instead in a second, but you really want to think about your light environment. Okay. Get rid of goitrogens. So for me, for example, would be cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, not good for your thyroid. There's a number of foods, and I don't want to go through all of them here, but you want to think about getting rid of some of these goitrogen. Beans can be another one. Okay. And I don't want to go to extremes. I'm bringing up the next one. You don't have to totally eliminate them. Once in a while is fine, depending on your health. Okay. As far as extremes, what I mean by that is I was extremely low carb, keto carnivore for years and years and years. And I was fasting for years and years. So I had crashed my metabolism. So I had to move away from those extremes. It's best if you don't go down that road in the first place. But if you're there, you're going to want to navigate away from these extreme sort of diets. Okay. The next one I want to focus on is what did I add in? Those were things I pulled out. What did I add in? First of all, I reintroduced carbs. So I ate a balanced whole food diet, natural foods, no processed stuff as much as I could. I'm not perfect, but just natural carbs, natural proteins, natural fats. So for carbs, a lot of ripe fruits, if you can tolerate them, root veggies, the potatoes, stuff like that, if you can tolerate it, orange juice, real orange juice, honey, those sorts of things. Proteins, muscle meats, absolutely. Grass fed is great, but don't get too many. Try to balance them out. Some dairy, shellfish, oysters, seafood, organ meat, those sorts of things. Try to get a wide variety. Gelatin, bone broth are other good options. And then fats would primarily be your butter, ghee, coconut oil. Okay. Less stress. Now, most people think, oh, I have job stress. I have financial stress. Okay. Those are true. Those are stressors, but a lot of people add stress in. They're over exercising. They're doing these crazy, whether they're doing marathons, whatever it might be. They're stressing their body by not eating enough, being at a constant caloric deficit and dieting. They're stressing their body through a lack of sleep or fasting. Those are things that I'm talking about. So I had to move away from those things. Okay. More natural light. I mentioned before, your light environment is very healthy. If you're like me and in a northern climate and you don't get a lot of sun in the winter, I use red light therapy. It's very good for the thyroid. Okay. I salt to taste. I stopped being scared of salt. Salt helps lower stress. It helps with a number of other things. The same with calcium. I wasn't getting a lot of calcium before because I had this huge fear of dairy and other calcium sources. And I just feel better now. So what do I mean by feel better? Okay. Since I've made these changes, when I first started, one of the best measurements of your thyroid and your metabolism is your morning body temp before you get out of bed. When I started, I was high 96s. I was cold all the time, right? Now it's low 98s, much healthier body temperature. My sleep has improved a lot, and that's made a huge difference. I wasn't an anxious person before, but I always, as the more I went down these extreme diets, I always kind of had this like low level anxiety that was always kind of in the background. That's pretty much a thing of the past. My GI function is improved. It wasn't bad before, but it's definitely improved. When I was carnivore, not good GI function. This has helped tremendously. Just more drive overall. I want to go do things, that sort of thing. Better workouts. I worked out before, but I didn't feel like I made a lot of progress. And I'm not trying to be a bodybuilder or anything like that, but I just have more energy in my workouts. I feel better after I work out. And there have been other things, but that's kind of the biggest takeaway. So for me, guys, these are simple things that I think, I've been able to do. They might help you. So let me know in the comments of the videos that you'd like me to cover. I'll make sure to do those. Hope it was helpful, guys. See you in the next one.